Hello, good day, animal breeders and viewers from different locations. My name is Olashubo Solomon Ayobami. I am the managing director and team head of AgroBreeders Nigeria, an animal breeding and mentorship company that is situated in Nigeria with headquarters in Plateau State, Nigeria. Do well to see that you join us every Monday at 8:30 a.m. West African time, live for a period of mentorship and capacity building on our YouTube channel at AgroBreeders Nigeria 7031, AgroBreeders Nigeria 7031. On that platform, every Monday at 8:30 a.m. is always a wonderful time of learning. It's always a wonderful time of building capacity in animal breeding. And we talk about a lot of topics, a lot of wonderful sessions on animal breeding. I myself is the facilitator of this session alongside some other team members of AgroBreeders Nigeria. You can also follow us on our Instagram page, AgroBreeders_Nigeria on Instagram. You can follow us on Facebook, on our Facebook page, AgroBreeders Nigeria. And you can also reach out to us via our AgroBreeders official line, 08163666344. If you're outside the country, you can say +234 8163666344. What you know in animal breeding is what determines what you can produce. I want to encourage you to see that you follow us and give yourself to capacity building. There's nothing that you cannot achieve in animal production when you build capacity in animal breeding. Thank you so much. Once again, I remain Ayobami Olashubo from AgroBreeders Nigeria. See you there. Hello, good day, animal breeders and pig farmers from different locations. I greet everyone, all the stakeholders in the swine industry from different countries globally. Thank you so much, and thanks for joining us for today's episode of Animal Breeding Basics with AgroBreeders Nigeria. Today we are going to be looking at animal welfare, and under animal welfare we'll be looking at swine ethology. This is in an attempt to contribute to the farmers' knowledge, pig farmers' knowledge in terms of understanding the nature and the character of pigs. Ethology refers to the scientific study of animal behavior with an emphasis on behavior in natural environment and the idea of behavior as an evolutionary adaptive attribute. The study of swine ethology helps us to understand the behavior of pigs under natural conditions and to perfectly manage them without stress. Now we've seen that the experiences over the years, pig farmers that produce pigs under confinement in an intensive system and farmers who produce them under extensive system, both of them, we see that these animals have different behaviors and their experiences with these animals are very, very different. And it has been seen over the years that the farming system or the pen system, or let me say the management system that is used to manage pigs, has a way of affecting the behavior of that animal. Now, if pig farming, or let me say if the character of pigs, or let me say the behavior of pigs is not studied from a standpoint of their natural environment, there's a possibility that these farmers can begin to give a different explanation of the animal behavior from the standpoint of their experience. But when we study pig ethology, or what I call swine ethology, it helps us to understand what their character is from the standpoint of their natural conditions. That is, will help us to know which kind of system should be established, and at the same time, what are the limitations to their better performances. When you study pig ethology, it helps you to understand how to help them, be more productive. It helps you to understand what is the right condition that is needed to be made available for that particular animal. We call this aspect of animal production ethology. It has to do with all the scientific method or the scientific system that is put in place to understand the character and the behavior of pigs. Generally, pigs are social animals under free-range conditions. They live in groups of approximately 8 individuals, thereabout, to groups of typically consist of 3 sows and their offspring. Boas are solitary. A hierarchy is formed when they get to certain age and certain maturity. In confined pigs, a hierarchy is formed as early as 1 week of age. piglets will fight newly introduced pigs into their stalls. Now we see that from the standpoint of their natural environment, pigs are animals that they don't have problems staying together. They stay in groups. They are social animals. They love to move in groups all together. This understanding alone helps the farmer to understand that keeping 2 or 3 or more animals in the same pen cannot be a problem. Actually, keeping animals 8 pigs together or 10 pigs in the same pen, so far you have a large area pen system or a large area of whatever area that is created for them, is not a problem to the pigs, because naturally in their natural environment they love to stay together in groups. They love to sleep together. They love to forage together in people who grow them in a free range system. So an understanding of pig ethology helps the farmer to understand when the animal is having a negative behavior that might not allow its productivity, or it helps the farmer to understand what systems and what management systems that should be put in place for the animal to be productive under confinement. Now we'll be looking at a few points about the pigs thereabout. They have some particular behavior character that is different from every other animal that the farmer must understand, and one of it is their sense of smell. Now the pig also have a very sensitive sense of smell. Sow identify their piglets through smell, and in turn piglets find their dams and locate teats through olfactory clues. Now we've seen pigs to be able to have a very, very good sense of smell, in the sense that the sow, when you keep a sow together with a group of pigs, with a group of winners, the dam is able to locate our own piglets through sense of smell. At the same time, the piglets, even when kept in a dark environment, they are able to locate the teeth and the breast of their sows through smells and through olfactory clues. We have something called olfactory clues. This is a very, very strong sensation that the pigs has that helps them to locate their mothers. It helps them. It helps the dam or the sow also to locate the piglets, even from a head. They have a very, very strong sense of smell. At the same time, our piglets can recognize their dam's feces by 7 days of age. Imagine that in a group, pigs can recognize pen mates and dominant individuals, mainly using olfactory cues. Now, piglets of the same mother, through these olfactory cues, they are able to detect if a foreign pig is being introduced into the same head. That is why you see that piglets from the same mother, they find it easy to live together. But when you bring a pig from outside, it will become a problem, because they have this clamor, they love to live a life of dominance. They want to dominate a particular pen. So any animal that is not smelling like their pen mates, they find it difficult to relate with them, and they begin to fight thereabout. So they have this very, very, even from piglets' age, they have this very, very strong sense of smell, which help them to recognize their pen mate, and also, of course, dominant individuals individuals who has been in their pen. That is the reason why farmers of old who have understand this, sometimes in an attempt to acclimatize the piglets or a newly brought stock into the farm, they tend to see how they tend to use something like palm oil. Local farmers can take oil and rub up on all the animals, or when you take any particular solution that can help them smell the same way. When you do that, you see that over the time, they tend to find it difficult to locate each other, and they relate with new animals. If not, sometimes they can even kill a new animal that was brought into the pen, because so far the animal is not smelling the same way like them. Even inside darkness, they can recognize them. The strong sense of smell in pigs has been used in swine production, such as using an odor masking agent to suppress aggression among pigs. That's what I'm talking about. So sometimes because farmers have this understanding that they have a strong sense of smell, that can help you to be able to look for an odor masking agent. There are many odor masking agents that can be used to suppress the foreign smell from other animals, so as to help this animal acclimatize together under the same pen management system. The strong sense of smell in pigs has been used in swine production, such as using an odor masking agent thereabouts. Another one is the sense of taste. They have a sense of taste that is similar to that of humans and can discriminate between sweet, sour, and salty and sweet food thereabouts. Now, their sense of taste is very, very amazing. The pigs are animals that when you give them, they have in fact, they can taste sweetness, they can taste sour, they can react to food that are salty, and some other taste that can be thereabout. Because of this, they are strong taste. Or in fact, because of this sense of taste, when you give a pig a feed that has been mixed with water and has stayed in the feeding trough for a period of about maybe 4 or 5 hours, you see that pig, a time will come that they don't want to eat it again because the food is already sour, because they have a sense of taste of sour when their food, especially when their food is filled with carbohydrate and protein, they can easily taste it, and when they notice that the food is already sour, they tend not to want to eat it because they have a very, very strong sense of taste. Next slide. Another one we have to also consider here is the fact that these animals have a sense of hearing. The hearing range of pigs is also similar to humans, but with greater sensitivity in the ultrasonic range. Pigs frequently use audio cues to communicate with each other. Sow emits a series of grunts varying in frequency of tones and magnitude to call their piglets and indicate imminent letdown of milk. Now, they have a very, very good sense of hearing. Now, their sense of hearing is so amazing that it has been seen that pigs use what we call ultrasonic sounds. There are ultrasonic sounds that they make, ranging in tones, depending on what effect they want that sound to make. There's a sound that pigs make when the mothers want to call their piglet to come and suck, or when there is an imminent milk letdown. They make a particular sound that make the piglets all around to run back to their sows just by a sound. Now, there's a sound that a gilt or an animal or a pig that is on heat normally make, that they use to call forth the male animal to come. There's a sound that the sow normally makes sometimes, also to make the piglets to come to them. There's a sound that the piglets make. All of these things are ultrasonic sounds, different ultrasonic sounds depending on what they want to communicate per time. There's an ultrasonic sound that pigs make to the farmer thereabout when they are very, very hungry. All of these sounds, they have this sense of hearing that when these sounds make, they are able to denote what that sound is for, and they are able to respond to that sound. Now, this has made it very, very easy for farmers that understand their sounds to tame these animals, in the sense that when you want to make the piglets come around, there's a sound that you can make thereabout. You can even have the sounds recorded. When play it, you can use it to call the piglets. You can use that same sound to make piglets, make their mothers for them to suck. This same sound can be used even inside darkness. It can be used. A gilt can use it to call a boa from a very, very far pen, and the boa will be just for them to mate, and that boa can jump the fence or break the pen system. We've seen different kind of ultrasonic sound. Lactating sows also respond to alarm calls of piglets. Piglets can use this to call their mother. Either their mother is walking around thereabout, they can use these sounds to call forth for their sows to come down and come and allow them to suck when they are hungry, through this ultrasonic sound that we are talking about. Loud, sudden noises can stress pigs and interfere with their farrowing process. Playing recorded nursing grunts to sows can stimulate and synchronize nursing in a room. That's why I'm saying that when farmers understand that pigs have a very, very strong sense of hearing, that can allow you to begin to get these sounds. You can get these sounds downloaded and play it thereabouts. Probably when you have sows that doesn't respond or relate normally with their piglets, you can play these sounds to cool the sow down. You can play some of these sounds to make the piglets come to their mother. You can play these sounds thereabout to cause any effect, because generally pigs have a good sense of hearing thereabout. These are a little informations that, these are the things that you understand when you study pig ethology. It helps you to understand their behavior, because if you don't understand their behavior, it will be difficult for you to really be able to manage them very well, or to know their reaction per time. The summary of everything we are talking about is that they can sense taste, they can sense smell, they can sense hearing, thereabout, and many other characters, or let me say characters and behaviors that we might not be able to explain in this session. But the reason why we record this session is so that we can be able to go and start understanding the behavior of these animals, so that it can be easier for you to manage them thereabout. And also, I will advise that farmers can get to acclimatize themselves with pigs' ultrasonic sounds. When you understand their ultrasonic sounds very well, you can't control them at any time. In fact, hearing some sounds from outside can help you to know what is happening inside the pen. We call it swine ethology. Thank you so much for joining us for today's episode, and see you in some other sessions with AgroBreeders Nigeria. I remain myself, Mr. Olashubo Solomon Ayobami. I am the Managing Director of AgroBreeders Nigeria. See you next time. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining us for today's episode, and stay tuned for more amazing episodes to come. Every Monday, we are live every Monday at 8:30 a.m. West African time. Do well to reach out to us for animal breeding mentorship and trainings. Do well to meet us for farm establishments, or all aspects of animal breeding. You can stay tuned and reach us on our social media, AgroBreeders Nigeria, on Instagram, on Facebook, and for mentorship or for questioning, you can call AgroBreeders official line on +234 81 636 66344, +234 81 636 66344. Thank you for trusting AgroBreeders Nigeria. We are committed to raising competent farmers globally. Thank you.